On today's episode, let's build this belt grinder. Alright, welcome back to Fabbin Adventures. It has been quite a while since I've done a video, and you may even notice that the sound in the shop is different, and that's because I've got concrete in the shop finally. So I've been having lots of comments of guys basically asking me, when's the next video, what's going on, what's happening, and here it is. I've been waiting for concrete for 3 years to get put in the shop. I finally got concrete in. It's cured about a month now, and I've got most of my stuff back in place. A lot cleaner, a lot brighter in the shop now. It's gonna be awesome, so stay tuned. There is a ton of new videos coming. And that's the big main reason why I haven't done any videos is, you know, getting the shop prepared for concrete, getting concrete slapped in here, waiting for it to cure, and then start moving everything back in. So now I'm back to fabricating stuff, building stuff, and one of the big things you need is a belt grinder, and I'm even going to start doing knives. So what I'm looking to build is a belt grinder that is stout enough for my fabrication and is going to work for knife making. And I did a bunch of research and I found this one here by J.R. Schmidt. I believe it's J.R. Schmidt Woodworking is where you can get these plans. I'll put a link below. And this is one stout grinder. I think it's gonna be awesome for the shop, awesome for knife making. Let's get after it. All right, so I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about this guy's plans, man. They are super detailed. And there's like 61 pages, two-sided, of information and templates and basically how to put it together. He even has a video on his channel showing a step-by-step how to put it together. So I'm not going to go into a ton of detail of putting it together, but we're going to put it together, we're going to try it out, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and whatnot on this guy's plans. It's super stout. Most everything is 3/8 inch thick steel. I mean, I think that's overkill, but that's awesome. I love overkill, and it is going to be a super solid grinder. This thing's not going to move, I'm sure. It is going to last a lifetime. All right, we finally got all the parts all cut out, drilled, and prepped, ready for welding. It took quite a while, actually. It took a good solid 2 days of cutting and drilling and taking the sharp edges off with a grinder and stuff like that. But we're ready to start welding her up. Let's have at her. All right, so I got the old instructions here, and this is super detailed. Here's the whole cut list. What you need to buy, all that stuff, and it's accurate, super accurate. You're left over with just a little bit of extra material, not a whole lot of room for mess ups, but now it's just basically follow the steps, and it's, like I said, it's super detailed. And if you want, go ahead and watch his video. His video is very detailed and basically explains some do's and don'ts and what's not. So I'm gonna just start following these instructions and weld this baby together. Let's go. Alright, so the plans call for some DOM, and I couldn't find no DOM in town, so I'm just taking some 1-inch solid shaft, boring a 1/2-inch hole, facing the ends, making them nice, chamfering them, making my own DOM. So here we go, let's make some more. All right, we finally got all the parts painted and ready for assembly. And I had some safety blue, and that's what I sprayed this in just because it's what I had, and it kind of almost matches my shirt here. But anyhow, we're gonna stab this baby together, and I'll talk a little bit about what I think of the plans and how well it goes together and whatnot. So let's do it. Now the one thing I gotta say is I got this wheel kit off of Amazon, and it came with bearings that actually had a 12mm hole for the axle. And this kit here, or not kit, but these plans set you up using 1/2-inch bolts, and I didn't find out until, of course, I had all these holes drilled and everything for 1/2-inch. So I had to go to the hardware store and basically get the right bearings. So it cost me an extra 50 bucks for bearings, but no big deal. Just beware of that when you buy your wheel kit. All right, here we go. We got her done. I got the switch wired in. Had to do a bunch of playing with this old motor. For some reason, when I'd give it power, it would shoot the shaft out, and one of the bearings was out of position. I have no idea what happened there. But anyhow, I've got it fixed. And let's put a belt on it and see how she works. Just check the tracking, kind of manual before we turn it on. Make sure it's not going to go wild. Somewhere about there. Ought to work. Let's try her. Awesome. The tracking works spectacularly. Pretty happy with it. So there we have the old belt grinder. It is pretty darn awesome. You can adjust this table up and down. Things are a little sticky because I got paint in here. I maybe shouldn't have painted in there. But yeah, it's pretty wicked. You can pull this out. You can loosen this off, turn him horizontal, tighten him down. Bring it just under, like that. Or wherever you want on here. And it all is nice and square. You can get the platen right close, or you can get the work rest here right close to the platen here so that nothing's going to slide through. You can also pull him out, reverse him. He should drop right in pretty well in the same spot, same squareness. And there you have it. So let's try it out sideways. Works awesome that way too. So that's pretty awesome. And I got his plans off of Etsy, I believe it is. I'll put a link in the description below for you guys if you want to build this belt grinder. This thing is super stout. I mean, most of this stuff is 3/8 plate. And like, if you go to his channel and watch his video on it, you can see he actually stands on here all his weight. He's not a big dude. He's maybe 160 pounds or something like that. But he is literally standing on this plate and nothing's given. So, and that's what I wanted. I wanted a really stout grinder for my fabrication. Not necessarily just knife grinding, but fabrication. If you need to grind some parts, sharpen a drill bit, whatever. Now I finally got a good stout grinder, and maybe at some point I'm going to put variable speed on here, a VFD, so you can turn it faster and slower. Other than that, I think it is probably one of the best belt grinder plans on YouTube, and I'll leave a link in the description below. You guys go ahead and check it out. I'd like to thank Jer for making this and engineering this whole grinder. It is spectacular. If you're liking this sort of content, go ahead, subscribe, share, like these videos. Give me a thumbs up, hit the bell to be notified. Catch you on the next video.